Welcome everyone to Aussie Formula Racing here, Tier 1, Season 7, Round 11 from the Hungaroring in Hungary. Just having a few technical issues with Kunai's stream, and unfortunately he's I have to take a few minutes to get that all organised, but I'll be here to give you a radio version of qualifying. Apparently Wahid's out on track on the intermediate tyres, but it is definitely a dry track, so I'm not sure if that's a bug or not. Baitmate has been disqualified from the session as well. Apparently he stopped on track in a dangerous position, and that's him done. But BMAC has left the session as well. I wonder if they might be setting up a new lobby. People still going around the track, so apparently not. I love it when Codemasters does this to us. Interesting though, during the week we had a fun fact get dropped. Apparently no one who has qualified on pole in Tier 1 this season has won the race. So, be interested to see how that plays out this evening. We might have, someone might break that duck and do a pole to first race, but I don't know, it's been very tight at the top. A few drivers going around at the moment, most on the softs. So we do have Fever on the mediums. Wahid's still persisting with his intermediate lap, but is he going to come in? He's going to try and come in, but he had an Alfa Romeo on a hot lap, I think. He nearly impeded. No, it's just Bluey going super quick on his out lap. And this is a peculiar bug there with the Alpine showing the green tyre. Okay, we've got Trin coming across the line to finish his first flying lap. It's a 1 minute 15.560. We've then got Pacey with a 1:16.360. His teammate Flyboy with 1:16.177, and the Ferrari of Sandeezy doing a 1:17.8. Next across the lines, the Alfa Romeo of combined YouTubers starting his lap, but we do have a few more on flying laps. We'll jump back with Panda, who's coming around the final corner now on an out lap as well. We've got the Aston Martin of Artanis about to finish his time, right, which is 1:15.1, good enough for provisional pole at the moment. The Ferrari of Simdog are doing a 1:16.2. Coming across the line in fourth place, we've got the Red Bull of Potsy completing his lap, going P2 with a 1:15.257, and the Williams of Hero currently on an invalid lap, so not the greatest stuff him trying to get that banker in. Fever doing an invalid lap on the medium tyres as well. Panda going purple in the first sector. At the moment, most of the drivers still on their out laps. We do have Wahid about to cross the line on his intermediate tyres with a 1 minute 28.982. Interesting strat there from the Alpine. Kunai is currently getting his F1 2021 game files verified. Unfortunately, one of the textures that he has been using for basically updating the advertising boards has now apparently been marked as an invalid file by the game for multiplayer, so he's having to verify those files. So he'll be with us in a few minutes, and I'll be here doing Radio Gus Rules in the Tier 1 lobby. I've got Mikau and the Alpha Tauri setting purple sector in sector 2. Great drive from him last weekend. Comes around the last couple of corners. Looks like this one is going to be on for a very, very good time. And he comes across the line and goes pole for 1:14.575, 6 tenths clear of the rest of the field. We do have Big Al as well in the Mercedes on a flying lap, goes purple in the second sector as well. Got a lot of traffic in the final sector though, manages to avoid the Alpine on the intermediate tyre in these dry conditions. Ferrari gets out of the way by going into the pits as well. The Mercedes comes around the final corner, and Big Al opens up his DRS. Comes across the line, goes P2 with a 1:14.960, so 4 tenths behind Mick out, but that's a great time there for the Mercedes for a banker. Great work. Got a few other drivers on their in-laps at the moment. Everyone else in the pits. Fever and Hero both on the medium tyre at the moment. Hero coming out of the pits as we speak. He's on those medium tyres. So strategy is most likely going to be a medium hard strategy if you can get into the top 10 on those mediums. Obviously, if you qualify in the top 10 on the softs, you have to start on the softs, and it will be a very difficult race to manage on the soft hards. Softs last about a maximum of 9 laps before they really fall off the cliff. And then you've got to get those mediums or hards another 25 laps or so. And we've got our Tanis, the Aston Martin, and Simdog and the Ferrari also on outlaps. And Pacey looks like he's doing a little bit of a long run here in qualifying. Maybe not had quite enough time to do some practice during the week. Just taking this opportunity to just get familiar with the track and new handling in the F1 2021 game. As Hero comes into the pits, so he's on those medium tyres. I just wonder if maybe looking at the times the others have set, he's maybe not confident enough to get into the top 10 on those medium tyres. So in he comes. And who else have we got? We've got our Tanis is just about to start his flying lap on the soft tyre. Currently sitting in P3 with a 1:15.175. Very, very good banker time there. And it comes around the final corner to start his lap. And across the start-finish line, DRS wide open. Run into turn 1, braking about the 100-meter board. DRS closes, turns it in. Second gear short shifts up to third, opens DRS for the downhill run, keeps that rear traction well under control. Run down into turn 2, a little bit of a lock up on the inside front. Third gear, short shifting all the way, hugs that curb. Turn 3, comes up to the little kink of 4, and then flicks it in. Just shifts down 1 gear, runs out very wide, but just keeps it within the track limits. Around turn 5 and 6 now. Try not to touch that concrete curb, which is death. Comes into the chicane of sector 2. Very nice on the curbs. Goes very wide out on the exit curb. Flicks it in nicely in this very tight and twisty section in sector 2. Looks like that Aston Martin is very, very planted. Runs out wide again, but again, centimetre perfect. Purple in the second sector for Artanis. Short shift a little bit through the final couple of corners just to keep control of those revs. And this is looking like a very, very tidy lap. And comes across the line after the final corner. And he improves by a couple of tenths. Doesn't gain any positions. He's still 22 thousandths of a second behind Big Al, but very comfortably in P3. About 2.5 tenths clear of Panda in P4. Now we've got the Ferrari of, which one is that? That's Simdog about to come across the line, but he hasn't validated his lap, so we're going to jump back a little bit further. It looks like we've got, it might be Trin, no, it's going to be Potsy on an out lap. See if we've got one of the other drivers across the line. So Feber's on the medium tyre again, about to start a flying lap. Hero on the soft tyre though, so like I mentioned before, it looks like Hero not confident enough on those tyres. Get into the top 10, or maybe Williams decided to split the strategy between the two of them. We've got the AlphaTauri of Panda, who's invalidated again, and he's very slow on that final sector. Teammate Mikau, though, has just started a flying lap, as it looks like Kuno Zero is now ready to take over lead comms. How are you?
I am. Thank you, everyone, for having the utmost, what's the word I'm looking for? Patience, that's the one. As I got my stuff fixed. I'm not sure why, but yes, Codemasters decided that my files were not verified. So I had to quickly do that, but we are back. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the session. It looks like Mikau is on provisional pole. So thank you, Gus, for that beautiful radio voice. Keeping everyone informed. To my knowledge, Baitmate had the tyre bug. His game crashed as they were coming into the session. So of course, because he didn't select the tyre, he was disqualified from the session.
Yeah, we had the same issue in Tier 3 before. We had Grills have that issue twice. We remade the lobby for the race, and unfortunately he wasn't able to join in either, so hopefully Baitmate can get to the bottom of the problem. We may have to remake the lobby in time for the race, but yeah, it's one of those tricky things that they've done. Like, I like the idea of what Codemasters are going for, because obviously you don't want someone holding up the whole lobby by not loading in, but not letting them come back is...
it's a bit
very
rough.
Inconvenient for league racing, yeah, for sure.
It's definitely a bit rough. I might just have to... This might be a little annoying for a bit as I fix it all up, but it should be all good now. Okay, so 6 minutes 25. Mikau did come across 114.4 for provisional pole. Gus, give us your thoughts, expectations. What's the tyre strategy looking like for this race? What are these drivers going to be looking for?
Yeah, so ideally you want to be doing the medium hard run, but it looks like the top 10 is just far too competitive for anyone to get a decent quality time on the mediums. You can see Phoebe's there with a 115.8 on those tyres, and Easy as well, 115.8 on the mediums, but to get into the top 10 you need a 115.6, and everyone at the moment in that top 10 is on the soft, so I would suspect they're going to do a soft hard run if it's going to be dry for the whole race with no safety cars. Might see maybe some people going for the 2-stop, but it's really not that much quicker, if at all, so that's what I would be expecting there. And like I mentioned before, when I was on my own, so far this season, no one who's been on pole has won the race. So Mikhail may be wanting to let someone else just pip him right at the end so that he doesn't have that hanging over him for the rest of the race. But it's a little interesting bit of trivia there from AFR Tier 1 this season.
No worries. All right, so we are winding down the clock here for the qualifying session as Bluey comes around the final turn, ready to start his flying up with a 115.4 already on the board. We'll see if the Alfa Romeo can improve on that at all. His teammate combined YouTuber down in 11th place with a 115.6. The AlphaTauri and Mikau still on provisional pole, but Hero is very close behind, and we all know how fast he is, and I'm sure he'll be looking to try and dethrone Mikau from that top spot. Just to iterate on Psycho's comment there, yes. So Bait can obviously race. He's not banned from the race, but of course he can't compete in qualifying, which is not ideal.
Yeah, so what happened was the game disqualified him from the session for dangerous blocking or something like that. Right at the start, I jumped on board with him just as that was happening, and it looked like it was all fine. So very weird bug there. So hopefully, he doesn't have any issues in the race session, but thankfully it will mean that we don't have to restart the lobby.
He'll be the only Haas in the session tonight, as well as we have 18 drivers, so we are missing 2. As Bluey comes around that final long sweeping right hand into the DRS. Here we go, across the line. 114.6. Wow, 114.6. That's a big improvement. That shoots him all the way up into 3rd place as of right now. Not bad at all. Jump on board with his teammate who has invalidated. Seems he's coming into the pits now, so that'll be him done. We'll switch over to the Mercedes of T-Mac. Makes his way through Sector 2 now. 115.8 currently on the board. Apparently the fastest Sector 2. He might be on for a really good time here. Let's have a look. Only has another corner to navigate. DRS, let's see. 115.1, so that'll jump him up to 7th place. So it is an improvement.
He had a little bit of a wobble there through the second last corner. Had to correct it, and I think there's still probably another 10th or 2 in there for him. So he wanted to get back to the pits pretty quickly, get a fresh set of rubber on.
Right, so on board with Panda. The other AlphaTauri driver, 114.7. His current lap. He'll be looking to improve. 2 minutes 20 on the board. I expect to see some last-ditch efforts to improve across the entire field. Looks like Simdog is currently on a flying lap at the moment. Might try and switch to him. I think he just crossed, so let's see. Yeah, he just crossed over, so we'll jump on board with him. His teammate Sandeezy, 115.8 in 14th. Simdog with a 116.2. And he's unfortunately plus Delta by 0.2. Makes his way just through the end of Sector 2 now. Oh, deep into the corner.
Oh, Trent's crashed out. Turn 3. Red Bull driver currently in P10 with a 115.4. And he is out. He must have lost it on the exit curb there.
There's an improvement there from Simdogger. 115.85. He's 200ths behind his teammate, funnily enough. Let's jump on board with Hero. 14 Williams. He makes his way around the track now, of course. 33 seconds left on that clock, so this will be the last flying lap for a lot of these guys. Have a yellow flag, Sector 2 and Sector 3. It looks like one of the Mercedes.
Yeah, it's T-Mac by the looks of it. Who's actually DNF'd, so yeah. Must have again lost it on the exit curb.
Wow, he's around. I didn't see any damage on any of the wheels. Oh, and it looks like Hero has invalidated his lap. I don't think he's going to get another go round. I think once he crosses the line, that'll be done for him. He's still trying to finish. We'll have a look there. Mikhail's oh, there he goes. He spins. He knew that it was over. And there will not be an improvement from the Williams. So it looks like the only person that could possibly challenge this would be Pacey. And I don't think that's going to happen as he's slowed down. So
we do have Pondon still on a flying lap, currently in Sector 2. That's right. And I think combined as well as on the medium tyre, but I'm not... No, I think he's just had a crash as well.
Righto, let's have a look here then. Pondon. I don't
actually his delta at the moment, but
yeah, I'm not expecting a massive jump, but we'll see. 115.2. No,
didn't improve.
Did not improve, so he will stay 9th. He will stay 9th. His teammate Artan has qualified in 6th position there with a 114.8, but pole goes to Mikau from AlphaTauri. So he will start at the front of this grid and hopefully looking to break the pole position curse, as it were, for T1.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so
great performance from Panda as well with P3 there from AlphaTauri, both of them on the first 2 rows.
114.559 for Panda there. Bluey, Potsy, Artanis, Big Al, T-Mac, Pondon, and Trin take out the top 10 there. Trin with a 115.4. Unfortunate for Hero, who was probably going to be able to improve on the lap, but ended up invalidating and then spinning at the end. And then, of course, Baitmate with his unfortunate disqualification, but he'll obviously have fresh tyres for the race. So hopefully he can make his way through the grid and redeem some positions back. And Sandeezy ended up qualifying on the mediums. I didn't even notice that. Didn't even notice that he qualified on the medium.
Did he make it into the top 10?
No, he was down the bottom. So he.
That's right. Yeah, I think he invalidated all of his runs on the soft tyre.
All right. All the players. Start soon. We can get this underway. Looks like a dry race from what I understand. So hopefully no surprises. Should have a nice fast one. Hungary is I actually quite like the track. People compare it to a go-kart track, but I don't see the problem with that. I quite like the Hungaroring. But we'll see if it delivers today. An interesting end to the T3 race. If we get anything similar. Alright, let's get all of this set up. And Just have to move this over here. Apologies for everyone at the moment. Yeah. And so we have the formation lap underway. There's the pit stop strategy as powered by AWS, soft to hard or the soft medium medium. So obviously, okay. I'm sure it'll adjust as they keep going around. 35 laps here at the Hungaroring. Round 11, Mikau leading the charge. I see a McLaren to the side of the road. I'm going to assume it's Flyboy. It is. He's around. He's rejoining the track. That's not ideal. Starting in the mediums there. Everyone at the back, so they're looking for that longer first stint.
Yeah, Batemate, the only one outside the top 10, not starting on the medium, so he's going for the same strategy as the top 10.
As they come around that final turn. So here we are. Just wait for the rest of the grid to make it to their boxes. And then we'll be able to get this round underway. And hopefully have a action-packed race ahead. Do we expect a clean turn one? Or do we expect a Bottas goes bowling?
Well, it is dry, so shouldn't be too difficult, but it's happened before. We'll just have to wait and see.
No worries. Okay. As we just wait for the indicator to start. Here we go. The lights are counting down. The engine's revving. They're out. And the race is underway. Mikau with a decent start. From what I can see here, there's a little bit of rubber banding. It looks like it's resolved itself. Everything seems okay so far. The two Aston Martins down in the middle of the field as they make their way through. Hero very cheekily trying to get up on the inside, and it looks like he's made it stick, and he goes up into the lead.
Very clean through turn one at the back. Looks like no contact at all. Went 3 wide for a moment, but everyone got through unscathed.
There we go. Potsy managing to get past Artanis there for Team Aston Martin, but it looks like Bluey might be fighting for the position with Trin. Oh, someone's gone wide. I think it's T-Mac. T-Mac has gone way down the order. He's had to rejoin back in 15th position. That is not ideal. As we make our way into Sector 2 now.
Great start from Fever, up 5 positions. Batemate up 6 positions from the back of the grid, now in P12, so just outside the points. Great start from him.
Ooh, as T-Mac goes wide again. He's got to be careful. Warnings would have definitely been dealt for both of those infractions. As Simdogger now gains a position up in a 16th place. Let's jump up as we see a revised pit stop strategy from AWS. There's Bluey, P7, chasing down Trin in the Red Bull. His Hero will set the fastest lap.
T-Mac's in the pit, so he must have had some wing damage that explain why he went so wide at a couple of those corners. He's coming in to get that replaced now.
So, of course, no DRS until lap 3. So these guys are going to have to rely on the tow alone. Whoa, as Bluey gets very, very close to the back of the Red Bull, but avoids contact. And Big Al as well. Oh, jeez. Sniffing the gearbox. Now, Hungary is very, very notorious for track warnings there. Just going through, which would be, let me think, turn 4. You go a little bit too far left and cut over the apex. Looking at the gaps, everyone's still relatively close. Mikau has seemed to put a 1 second gap between his teammate there. Thank you, AWS, for yet another pit stop strategy. We get it. You can. It looks like Sandeezy and Simdogger trade places. As Mikau takes fastest lap, 1:18.5. Sure that I get broken a ton more.
T-Mac's gone onto the medium tyres, so he's committing to a 2-stop strategy. Those mediums won't be able to make it to the end from here, so he might be counting on a safety car, so he can chuck on some softs towards the end.
Alright, we are on lap 3, so that means DRS is now enabled. Anyone within the 1 second mark, as they approach the DRS detection zone, will have the use of the DRS system. That's silly, that's like ATM machine, isn't it? There's S in is for system. Anyway, that will give them some extra power down the straight. As you can see, very, very close. Everyone nice and tight there. And you can tell he's one of the people that is absolutely on charge. I was about to switch, but it looks like Big L wants to make a move. He's bumping the Alfa Romeo, just giving him a reminder like, hey, mate, clearly I'm faster than you. Just get out of the way. But Blue is like, no, this is position. As Big L goes wide. And it looks like FIBA just went wide as well. Ooh, it looks like that corner's catching people out there. They're going to be very, very careful. Otherwise, we're going to start seeing the stewards give away penalties.
So apparently T-Mac was trying to get hard tyres put on his car, and they've put mediums on, so it was not intentional to be on those tyres. So strategy-wise, he's going to be in for a very difficult race from here.
All right, there we are. You can see all the wings open. And I'm not that keen-eyed, but I do believe that Big Al's rear wing did not extend past 85 mil, so he should be fine. Little inside joke there for anyone who's paying attention to the Brazil weekend.
Oh, Simdogger's had a big moment at the exit of turn 3. He's clipped the wall, but I don't think he's picked up any damage.
Just having a look at the car. Possibly side pod, but it looks clean, so... Have a look at Batemate here. All over the Aston Martin Appendant. He'll be looking to try and jump as quickly as possible. Check rear wing mod check. If I had the ability to do that, I would. But I have a feeling it's regulation, so we're all good. Also, Bunning Snags with the 5-bit cheer. Thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Here comes Baymate around that corner. So he'll only be able to stay within... Oh, he's actually faster. Oh, have a look at this. The Haas goes down on the inside line. And he takes it away from him. Now, the DRS might work in his favour again, and it does. So Batemate should be able to get away from the Aston Martin without an issue. Well done to him, up into the top 10. Oh, as we switch to Hero there. Very, very close to Mikau ahead. He'll be looking to put as much pressure as possible to see if Mikau can burn more of his tyres, and therefore having to pit earlier. And that's the danger with, of course, leading a race like this, is that you have to make that call. Do you want to put a lot of effort into defending, and then you burn your tyres, and then, of course, you have to go on the longer second half of the strategy, as we have a Sector 2 yellow flag, and it looks like it's one of the Alfa Romeos, and it's Bluey. Ooh, jeez, that was a close rejoin. I'm not sure what happened there, but all the way down into 17th place. That's a lot of positions lost. As one of the Red Bulls just yet was. It was Panda and Potsy that were trading places there. And it looks like Artanis wants a bit of it as well. Jump on board. As he follows, Simdogger and Bluey both in the pits. Actually a fairly close train here, so we go from Potsy all the way down to Big Al. Bieber's not that far behind either. Make their way through the end of Sector 2. Mikau still in the lead of this race. Hero very close behind. Panda, 2.1 seconds. So The first two have decided they're going to race their own race, and Panda's sort of stuck in no man's land. As Simdogger picks up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Oh my god, what's happened there? It's one of the Alpha Tauris! It's Panda!
Oh, there's been a collision as well. Sandisi ran into the back of Combined YouTuber. Wahid has spun around as well.
Oh my lord. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but we'll go back to the replay. We were on board with Artanis, and we can see he just goes there, clips the Red Bull, so it looks like Panda was put into the wall and started that whole chain. You can see, wow, there's a ton of cars around. Okay. So nobody's DNF'd, everyone's still in the race, but that's meant Panda, Wahid, and Potsy all going down the order. Artanis was the one that really profited from that. Up into third place now as we see a bunch of people coming into the pits. Hero is deciding to pit. Artanis will pit. Big Al will pit. Baitmate will pit. All coming in on lap 8. So Mikau decided to stay out. Trin up in a second. Fever into third. They all come out of the pits now. So Artanis. So Hero out in 8th. Artanis in 9th. Big Al in 10th place is Bluey. Picks up the fastest lap of the race now. A 1:18.192.
A bit of an interesting mix of strategies at the moment. We've got Hero, Baitmate, and Bluey onto fresh medium tyres. It's going to be a stretch to get them the last 27 laps, but they might be able to do it. Artanis, Big Al, and Ponton opting for the hards. We've got Panda's had a spin in the exit of turn 5. And I think he's hit the wall as well, might have some wing damage. And he has no wing, so yes.
For those of you who are watching, can anyone just give me an update as to whether or not the stream is operating correctly? Because I'm getting notification here that there's an error. I can't seem to pinpoint what it is. You see Baitmate go up on the inside of Big Al. Oh, but Big Al's managed to get the switchback. Oh, as they go side by side, Bait decides to brake a little bit later, but he makes the move stick, so up into 9th he goes. Interesting, okay. Little frame drops. I'll have to keep an eye on it. But lap 10 of 35. 25 laps to go in this race. As Potsy now comes into the pits. Lose a couple of positions there. And I think Feber now in the lead of this race. Pacey close behind. Those guys will take the long stint. A sector 2 yellow flag, and it looks like it's one of the...
That was Panda.
Oh no.
I think,
and it's a DNF.
Oh yeah, it was deliberate as well because he just came out of the pits onto fresh medium tyres, so he'd just gone a lap down as well. The stewards will probably want to have a look at that.
All coming around there. Trying to see where the car is. Oh yeah, there it is to the left. Okay. No worries, okay. Might have to, yep. I'd have to investigate that one. Mikau sets the fastest lap now, 118.070. As we see Batemate with the DRS. They look to go on the inside. Nice move. Up in a 7th place. He's doing really well with his race strategy here, as it stands. And well in the top 10. Mikau, 1.8 seconds behind Flyboy in 4th. So, yeah, I'm getting a ton of errors here showing up on my system. I may have to just quickly restart this stream. It looks like my PC's now starting to lag, which is great. I'll keep an eye on it still, but I might have to do a quick restart. So, apologies if the stream just ends abruptly, but hopefully we'll get it back.